What up, what up, what up? It's your boy Big Vern coming at you live from the App Stupid Studios. App like you got some sense. Smashing the like and subscribe button. We like it when you do that here. Also, if you're digging the product, you can share the socials with us everywhere we rock. See it right there on your screen. There. Also, if you dig into madness and you want to fund us directly, you can go ahead and drop us a cash app at $Burn Dollars. Burn Dollars. Coming to you today, got a lot of stories. We got the story about Calipari and the real reason he left Lexington, and you'll never guess why he left Lexington and who forced his hand. Gonna also talk some NBA in the association. The Charlotte Hornets coach, he is stepping down. Steve Clifford at the end of the season. This dude has been an epic failure, and he has lost his way successfully, not only from the floor, but also to the front office. That's going to be one of the most insane things we were going to talk about. And then Brian Danball, the New York Giants head coach, who came in with a lot of bluster. And is this a make or break season for him in NYC, aka Gotham? We got those stories and much more on an action-packed Thursday. It's Big Vern. I'll be right with you when we come back from a quick 20 from an unofficial sponsor of the show. This is Big Vern at App Stupid. Holla at your boy. Yes, McAllister's. You want a taste adventure? Head over to McAllister's. Download the app, order online, or visit the good folks at your local McAllister's Deli today. Try the club, the McAllister Club Wrap, or the King Club. Not feeling a sandwich? Hey, get a salad. Try the pecan berry or the grilled chicken. And a salad isn't a salad without a soup, so you got to have broccoli cheddar or the country potato. Come get your taste adventure on at McAllister's Deli. So we're going to go ahead and jump into the story that's on everybody's mind is Coach Calipari. Now, these are articles compiled from The Athletic, also from the Lexington Herald and different publications, so we can follow the tea leaves here. Because what if I told you this wasn't out of the blue, Coach Cal leaving UK? What if I told you that the Arkansas AD was in Phoenix, Arizona at the same time Coach Cal was, while he was on the phone with John H. Tyson talking about the direction of the Arkansas program? And if you find that strange, you're not the only one, because why would Calipari care about what Arkansas is doing? To paint a better picture, it's like asking another man what's his wife cooking for dinner or where is she going tonight. All of these things are none of your concerns, sir, unless you're talking to my wife behind my back. And you see how odd that can be. Check the files. Calipari's lawyer is Tom Mars. He's an Arkansas law graduate. And Mr. Tyson wanted Coach Cal 17 years ago. That's how far these two go back. So they've always had a relationship. And per Calipari's contract, anytime a school contacts him, he has to let the Kentucky administration know, hey, look, this school is pursuing me. And Mr. Tyson was not ashamed at coming at Calipari, because he point blank comes out and says, do you want this thing? Let's get this done. And while guys in Arkansas are sitting here all high and mighty and they're looking down their nose at people, don't do that, because you wasn't Calipari's first choice. You was a last resort. Calipari did not want to be in Arkansas. He could have had the Arkansas job when he was at Memphis. He just chose to go somewhere else. Now, Mitch Barnhardt was caught sleeping at the wheel. If you knew in this February, Coach Cal wanted the Ohio State job and they had an active interviews, you should have had a backup plan in order. You waited and you lost out. Now you've been caught with your pants down. And this was all Mitch Barnhardt after all. It's almost like that scene in Godfather where my man goes, it was Blasini all along. It was Mitch Barnhardt all along. And we'll go ahead and follow those tea leaves. The man had a term sheet from this past Saturday that they declared interest. So when they all had this discussion, which I also felt like was funny because Kyle didn't have a team in the national picture, but he was still in Phoenix to actually watch the game. So while he's on the phone with your boy from Tyson's Chicken, the Chicken King, the Arkansas AD was already on the ground. So no one can tell me that this wasn't coordinated because in a matter of moments, they were in Calipari's room. And they were also hammering out the deals. And then they threw a term sheet out there. And that was Saturday. Remember, the Final Four was Saturday. The championship game was Monday night. Now, this all went down on a Saturday. If that's the case, you knew this was going on. You would drop everything, get out of Lexington, and get your guy the hell out of those hotel rooms because you're trying to hold on to your coach. You're trying to hold on to his legacy. Because it says that Calipari, and this is all going to further underline the notion that Calipari did not want to be in Arkansas because he's loyal. And before he signed on the dotted line, he wanted to really think it over about the kids and all of the people in Lexington who he's touched their lives and they've touched his life because John Calipari is very loyal. And it's in every publication. They say the same things and it's echoed by the sentiments of a lot of coaches in the SEC. So again, Arkansas, don't act like you're the job he always wanted. Now, before Ohio State, and they're not going to throw this out there, John Calipari in 2019 wanted to leave Lexington, and he wanted to get out of Lexington at all costs. And he wanted to go to another school. And we'll tell you what their school was when we come back from a quick 20 from an unofficial sponsor of the show. This is Big Vern at App Stupid. Drop it. Subway, eat fresh, refresh. Download the app, order online, or visit the good folks at your local Subway. Are you a Subway VIP member getting the loyalty rewards? If not, download the app today. They'll give you 250 free points, and then that puts you in the All-Star program. And in the All-Star program, you can get all kind of Subway exclusive deals on food and swag. Yes, swag, Subway swag. Free chips on Friday with any purchase that you have in the store when you use the app and your reward points. Also, those points can be redeemed and you can cash those in toward your purchase when you go to Subway. So many options, so many benefits. Try the sidekicks, the foot-long cookie, the churro, and the pretzel. Subway, eat fresh, refresh. So when we last left off, we talked about Calipari trying to get out of Lexington in 2019. He was trying to go to UCLA. He was trying to get out of Lexington in 2019 and go to UCLA. But at the last minute, the Lexington and Cat Faithful, Big Blue Nation, came up with $86 million. They came up with $86 million, and the Bruins were not going to match that offer. So Calipari stayed put. But Calipari let it be known to his inner circle and his most trusted confidants that that was the job that got away. That was the job that got away. So again, Arkansas, don't be mad. You was not his first choice. You was not his second choice. You were a last resort. Now that Coach Cal is for sale, he's making 5 years. Well, his new contract is structured that way. 5 years, $38 million, which isn't bad money. But when you factor in tournament appearances, the deal goes up to 7 years at $60 million. The guy gets $1 million a year annually as a signing bonus. They've already put no limits on Cal's NIL needs as well, which is huge because I'm about to tell you why this thing imploded and the relationship between Coach Calipari and Mitch Barnhardt went down the drain in 2022. Keep in mind, the paragraph that we just unearthed for you is saying that Arkansas is going to do all of these things for Calipari and not the other way around. See, again, you have to clip the ego and you have to go save your coach. And the fact that the university and representatives for Coach Cal couldn't even reach a deal and no negotiations even took place speaks volumes to what was really going on behind the scenes. And again, we come back to 2022, despite Coach Cal raising money for a new practice facility. Now, this happened when Kentucky was in the Bahamas, and he was in the Bahamas with his team trying to get them to gel, trying to get them on the same page before the season started. The NCAA, they actually allow college teams to go out, I think it's every year, to go abroad and play games just to get that experience in. So Calipari wasn't shy about taking them up on this offer. However, he knew that they needed a new practice facility. So Coach Cal contacted every former NBA player who came through Kentucky that he recruited. He raised the money for the new practice facility, and Mitch Barnhardt killed the deal. Mitch Barnhardt killed the deal. So right then and there, Calipari had egg on his face. Because how do you go to kids that you recruited, you ask them for a commitment, they agree to the commitment, only to have the school knock you down and cut you down at the knees? Calipari was furious about this. Him and Mitch Barnhardt only got together for the cameras. They do not like each other. He does not like Mitch Barnhardt, and it was Mitch's ego that really forced his hand. People don't forget what you do to them. They don't forget what you do to them. The school didn't have to raise money. The alumni didn't have to raise money. This was money that he actively went out and got. And when he couldn't get a new practice facility, and that deal was effectively killed, Calipari made his mind up right then and there. No amount of money is worth staying for this. And so if I'm the president, I have to start looking at Mitch with a side eye. Because you know how much revenue you just cost Kentucky fans? You know how much revenue you just cost this school because of your ego? But he's not alone. He's not alone in this. Calipari being in a bad spot, he called a handful of reporters into his room and he let loose. This is a basketball school, investing properly in basketball. But there's always another shoe that fell. There's always a separate culprit. And that would be Mark Stoops. Bum, bum, bum. Mark Stoops, the football coach at Kentucky. He himself has some blood in this game as well. Because while Calipari was told no on a new practice facility he actively raised money for, the school took the money from the investment in basketball and divested it into football. and put it in a football program. And it was at the basketball program's expense. The words from the past come back to bite you. The zombie words. And this is Mitch Barnhardt at that time saying, we're not entitled. Who could he be talking about? Because he censured Calipari and didn't want Calipari to go ahead and release a statement from the Bahamas. But he got up in front of the cameras and Mark Stoops was right there with him, arm in arm. So Kentucky fans, Mitch Barnhardt and Mark Stoops is the reason that Calipari isn't there anymore. The constant treatment, the constant putting on the shelf. You've made this man look like a fool. He is a powerful man. He does not need to be made to be foolish. And look what you did. Ego. Ego did this. These are Mitch Barnhardt's words saying we're not entitled. Basketball will always have our support. Adding, if that's not good enough, you know coaches change a lot in today's world. That was from 2022. And ever since those words were echoed, Coach Cal has been planning his exit from Lexington. So yes, Kentucky fan, you are super annoying. Yes, some of you all are cartoonish and buffoonish at best on a good day. But the ego of your athletic director and the greed of your football head coach and the divestment in saying that you're not entitled. I don't know how many titles in the SEC the football can realistically win. You're not going to beat Georgia. You're not going to beat Auburn. You're not going to beat the LSUs of the world. You may not even beat Alabama this year. But you're pouring money into that. When every year, realistically, Cal had you guys with the number 1 and number 2 recruiting class to stand on the precipice of going back to the Final Four. And this would have been, had he stayed this year, a decade since he achieved such greatness at that feat. But now the cat's out of the bag. He's at Arkansas. The Razorback fans, you have you a coach. I don't know for how long, but you got him. He's not here for a long time, but he's here for a good time. So are we. Much more show when we come back. This is Big Vern at App Stupid. I'll be back. I swear I will.